reported $35 million. You gave them bonuses. Why did you feel the need to do that?
And it ended up being a lot more actually, but I'm not there without them. And I did it, my first two companies, I did it with Micro Solutions. We had 80 employees. They all got paid. I did it with broadcast.com. Out of 330 employees, 300 became millionaires. And I wanted to do the same thing with the Mavs. They were there for me the whole time. And, it was enough money that for those who were there, 20 years or more, it was life-changing money.
You think?
Yeah.
So when you started the first streaming platform, you was like, okay, I can foreshadow, I can think this is heading in this direction. You said you and your partner, you bought a computer, you guys sit down and you start coding. How long before it started becoming profitable? Because that's the hard. If it's profitable right away,
it took us 4 years to get to break even.
Okay.
So we had gone public. It was the number one IPO in the history of the stock market in 1998, and we sold it in June of 2020, I think it was. And that second quarter, we were right around cash flow break even. But we were only in business for 4 years. And so
you mean 2000?
Or 2000, right? Yeah. And so we were only in business for 4 years. So that wasn't horrible for a tech business like that.
Did you ever, YouTube, Netflix, I remember this had to be 1999, 2000. I went to a nail shop and the lady was telling me about how she get movies from Netflix. I said, so tell me about it. She said, what you do is that, you tell them what you want and they'll send it, the DVD right to your door. You watch them when you want to and you put them back in the thing and send them back. I said, well, what about Blockbuster? She's like, nah, I think Blockbuster's gonna go away. I was like, I don't know about that.
She was right.
She was right. I'm thinking to myself, had I just taken like $10,000, $15,000
and put it into Netflix, boom. No kidding.
Did you know that it would blow, that there would be a net, because you were new YouTube and Netflix before they were even
for sure. I mean, that's why I was so upset with Yahoo. Like, they had a huge opportunity. I mean, they were YouTube before YouTube when they bought us. And, when the internet stock bubble burst, their board of directors just say, pull everything back instead of sticking with it. And, Reed Hastings and the folks at Netflix, they were like not pulling back, right? They were going for it. And then YouTube shows up and they couldn't even afford to stay in business, but then Google buys them and that just changed everything.
Yeah, because at first YouTube was a streaming platform, now they're more like ads.
It was like 2006 they started and it was just like little short videos and stupid videos and stuff. But, credit to them, they got Google to partner and Google did it right.
So when a company comes in and they says, okay, we're going to buy you, is that all cash? Is that cash plus stocks?
In our case, it depends on the company, right? But in our case with broadcast.com, it was all stock. And so in my mind, I was like, oh shit, right? What if the stock market crashed? So once I was legally able to, I did something called a collar. So I sold the right to somebody to buy the stock at a higher price. That's selling calls. Mm-hmm. And then I used that money to buy puts, which protected me in case the stock price cratered. Well, the stock price did crater and those puts became worth even more money than I would gotten from the stock. And they called it one of the top 10 trades in Wall Street history.
So that's how they call it.
Yeah.
So what was that number one e-commerce purchase? What did you purchase?
I bought a jet online.
It had to be a Gulfstream.
Yeah, G5. Yeah, so I just gotten paid, and I was like, time is like my number one thing. I want a jet, right? I want a jet. And so I'm like, well, I'm an internet guy. I'm going to practice what I preach. So I contacted Gulfstream. I emailed them, and I said, okay, can I get a test flight? They set up a test flight. I'm like, okay, I like this. Hard to figure out I liked it, right? What's the price? Told me the price was $40 million. I texted them a deal, right? Send me the paperwork, email me the paperwork.
Right.
Emailed it to me. I did a wire transfer, did the whole thing online.
So the jet was already, because you can build your own jet, but you didn't
No, you can't build your own jet.
You can't build your own?
No, hell no. Would you want, hey, Shannon, come on to my jet that I built. Would you get on that jet?
What I'm saying, like, you can design
Oh, no, the features and everything.
Yeah. Not build. Hell no. I ain't oil wheel right. I don't know nothing about flying.
No, right? So that's what I did. So I asked for, where's the kitchen in it, how many seats, what's the layout and all that. And the test flight that they gave me matched that.
Okay. Tell us about Was it American Airlines? You bought
Lifetime pass?
The lifetime passes. You bought 2 lifetime passes where you could fly first class
Anywhere
in the world,
Yeah.
whenever you wanted.
Right. So it's just one. It was a little card I got, right?
Yeah.
But I could take anybody with me.
Okay.
Right. And so this was after I sold my first company, Micro Solutions. I was 29, I think, 30. And, just sold this company, walked away with a few $1 million. And I was like, my buddies and I going out, just got destroyed. We went to one of these old school steakhouses. They don't really have them anymore, but where you could ask for a phone and plug it into a jack in the wall there, right at your table.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know what? They're like, what do you want? Well, what do you think you're going to do with all this money? And I'm like, I don't care about cars or houses, but boy, I fly a lot for work. If I could get this lifetime pass, I wonder if such a thing exists. So I'm like I even knew, because I had memorized, because I traveled, like 1-800-433-6464, the American, I think that's still the number, right? Is it? Does that sound right? But anyways,
We'll confirm.
yeah, whatever. So I called them up, just slurring my words. Do you guys sell lifetime passes? They're like, let me connect you to the Air Pass department. I'm like, what? Bam, right? And so I got all that information, hungover as hell, and I've signed up. And initially it was $125,000, and then I upgraded it. I forget how much I paid, but it gave me almost unlimited miles for me and somebody else for the rest of my life. Yeah.
So where's the pass at now?
My dad's passed away. I gave it to him, and then I gave it to a friend as a gift.
So it was transferable?
Just one time.
Just one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But because my dad died, they let me do it, because he didn't use it a lot, and I didn't use it a lot. So they let me transfer it.
I don't think they do that anymore.
No, they don't. Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Can you put somebody, because the way people
But what a
out,
deal, right? I mean, let me just tell you, like $125,000, and I'm thinking, okay, doing the math, that's 12 cents a mile. I can deal with that, right? And I'd be out in LA or wherever, Dallas. I'm like, you want a road trip? Let's call American Airlines and see if they got any flights tonight. Let's go to Vegas. What's your name again? Doesn't matter. Let's go to Vegas.
Boy, you lived a life.
Yes, I did. That was the early 90s, man. That was a different time.
What type of investor is Mark Cuban?
Now, just really conservative. I like investing in small companies, startups, where I can help entrepreneurs, because I like to do that. That's what I do on Shark Tank. But with interest rates at 5+%, why take risk?
Right.
Right. So it's easier to do that, either through tax frees or treasuries or whatever. But I still like to invest in startups.
Right. Man, you on Shark Tank, y'all be taking them people. Man, how y'all gonna take half the company? They don't work like 5-10 years trying to build this up, and y'all come in and taking 27%. They offered you 5. Can you go to 10? Why you taking 30? Damn.
Well, it depends on the size of the company, right? Because I'm giving them a lot of money, because if they didn't need the money, they wouldn't be there.
They wouldn't be there. You're
right?
absolutely correct.
And so they're not there because, maybe they're there because of the commercial, but they're there because they need help.
Right.
And so, it's been a lot of fun. I've invested in hundreds of companies there over the 15 years. Some have done really well. Beatbox Beverages, you may have heard of. Dude Wipes, you probably have heard of. There's just a bunch of them that are just destroyed, just killed it. And some of them didn't do as good, right? And so you've got to understand that, 25% are going to go